Hello guys, and today I will be reading Two Truths and a Lie by April Henry. Alright, let's begin. Chapter 1. Look where you want to go. Friday, 2:40 p.m. Shotgun, I shout as McEarly pulls up to the curb through some mysterious magic known only to her. Miss McEarly had been able to wield use of a school district vehicle this weekend. Normally only the athletic kids, we theater kids lump them together as sport ball. Get the kind of support. So we'll be traveling to the theater competition at the state capitol in style. That is if your idea of style is a tan minivan. No fair, Mom. Raven pouts. The nickname got started last fall after I brought in treats to make the week prior to opening night, better known as Bad Week, more bearable. Hey, the adults always sit in front, Adam says, opening the back gate. All 5 of us try to jam our suitcases into a small luggage space until he takes charge. As Adam fits all the suitcases together like a puzzle piece, something soft and cold dots the tip of my nose. I look up. Flakes are falling from the concrete gray sky. With a grin, my best friend Min tips her head back and sticks out her tongue to catch one. Maybe I look anxious because Adam says, "Don't worry now," as he slots a backpack into a gap. It won't stick. The forecast says it's just flurries. We haven't gotten much snow this winter, at least by the Midwest standards. My family moved here from Los Angeles a little over a year ago, so snow is still sort of a new novelty. I had imagined Princeton's drifts, snowmans, and snowball fights. The reality had been a lot of picture cues in the corner of a parking lot, just like all the parking lots around here. There's a head-high, dangling gray pile. With each passing week, it gets a little dirtier and a little smaller. Now it's spring, at least on paper. Beep, beep! Miss McEarly honks the horn to hurry us up. Adam slides open the side door and then scrambles in, controlling his long legs to sit in the far corner. Everyone else follows. I pull the door shut and then take my seat in the front. Min starts immediately playing the Hamilton soundtrack on her phone. While she has by far the best singing voice, we all sing along at full volume with dramatic gestures. Everyone's excited about competing, even about the trip to the capital to them. It's a big city. The nearest actual big city is Chicago, and that's the better part of day's drive away. As McEarly pulls out of the parking lot, we ignore the stares from kids waiting for their parents or the bus. Or maybe we don't. All of us love an audience. It's kind of give in if you're an actor. I'm not sure one minivan can contain all this energy, McEarly says in a pause between songs. But she's grinning when she says it. We all live, sleep, and breathe theater. For many of us, theater is our truest family. Sometimes our only family is theater, and the place where being weird is embraced, not shunned. We know what we like when we stripped off everything, both literal and figurative, and yet we still love one another. 6 hours later, it became clear that the forecast was wrong. As the hours have passed and the snow keeps falling, the minivan got quiet. The weather app said something about the polar vortex shifting unexpectedly, and then we lost service. By the time we are surrounded by acres of flat farmland, halfway between home and the capital, with no good choices. But we had already come so far. and the snow wasn't falling that hard, we decided to continue, which was clearly a mistake. For the millionth time, I checked my phone. No service. Knowing theoretically that some anchors don't have self-service, and is way different than expecting it yourself. We're already over 6 hours into what was supposed to be a 4-hour drive and still have at least 100 miles to go. Miss McEarly is holding the steering wheel so tightly that her gargled fingers are nearly as white as the world outside the windows. White dancing flakes of falling through the darkness, white snow-covered empty fields stretching endlessly on either side of us. The headlights barely illuminate the faint black ruts of the white that are the only sign we're still on the highway. Half an hour ago, the semi we'd followed for miles turned off. Now we're all alone. A tiny boat in the middle of the vast ocean. A yellow light flickers in the sky above us. As we drive underneath an overpass, I tip back my head to read the flashing lights sign. Blizzard warning, blizzard warning, blizzard warning. It wasn't until I moved here that I learned that a blizzard isn't just snow. You also need at least 35-mile-an-hour winds. I turned to look behind me. Instead of someone staring intensely out the window, they all seemed to be asleep. Asleep? Min is the only one awake. She's in the back seat next to Adam playing a game on her phone. Back when we still had service and the snow was light, she was on Yelp, checking out her coffee shops along our route. But even then, Miss McEarly insisted that there would be no detours or delays. In the middle of the row of seats, Raven sleeps with her head against Jeremiah's bored chest. It's odd to see her still normal. Raven puts a drama in drama club. Jeremy's new to acting on a whim. He tried out for it a part in the winter play, a wide receiver acting, but that's he's been good at, as natural as he is on the field. He likes the behind the scenes stuff too, like the lingo and the little tricks we use to make things look real. Plus, half the football team in the audience and open night was like a nice bonus. Certain tensions in the line of Raven's and Jeremiah's body makes me think they're both pretending to dozing. It gives their current cuddle a certain pleasurable demiability. For weeks, Raven had been angling to get Jeremiah to nose her. Now, one of her hands is resting on his thigh. Miss Ecker lowers voice, interrupts my thought. It's getting harder and harder to see, she says. Her shoulders are hunched, her head jolting forward like a turtle. The fear in her voice unsettles me even more than the snow. Miss Ecker isn't afraid of anything. Maybe try the braids, I told. Touched a gun tragedy comedy mask necklace my mom gave me on my 16th birthday. It feels like it brings me luck on stage. I tuck it in the pocket of my bra. And right now, we can use a little luck. When Miss Eckerman flicks the switch, the bird completely disappears. All we can see is a swarm of flakes rushing at us. With a grasp, she quickly switches the lights back to the regular setting. Suddenly there's a sickening sliding sensation at the back wheels lose purchase. Startling awake, Raven screeches, and when I think we're going to crash, the minivan strains out. Sorry everybody, Miss Wing takes a breath. I got to remember to be very gentle with the brakes. In driver's ed, Adam says from the back, they'll tell us to look where you want to go, not at what you're afraid of. I guess you subconsciously drove toward whatever you are focused on. Raven's voice trembles. If it were me driving right now, the only idea would be if I close my eyes. You could just Jeremiah. Shh, babe, his voice is soft. It'll be okay. I can't keep driving in this, Miss Elgorn says. Everyone keep an eye out. As soon as we see any kind of hotel or town, I'm getting off this road. That is chapter 1 of Two Truths and a Lie. So if you guys like the book, you can either get the book or you could ask me to do the second chapter and the third and continue the whole book. Well, that's it for today's video. See you guys next time. Bye!